Oh, morning dear. How are you?
Morning.
Yeah, okay, very sadly looking. No problem, no 7:30, but these days might be. I tried to fix it by 11:30. Your test and other things clash. No, but okay. Before I could say anything, he said, sir, 7:30 time is okay. So we have to start with that public debt and what she was saying, money is also left, is it?
Yes.
Come, good. She will live 100 years. So we see to that.
Good morning.
Shall I start with public debt first or money first?
We finished the public
Debt,
Yeah.
the entire set.
public set, and then we'll go for
First 5 minutes, no economics. We will have some tea, coffee, nice things, is it? Today we are at second. And hey, listen, after 10, whatever you are getting into commerce, this economics is going to be one of the main, like accounts, right? अगर आप commerce में गए, I'll tell you about the accounts you are. 12th में normal है, but then if you go to first year, second year, ना, ऐसा रहेगा आपका studies. Okay, you know what is all this?
Yes.
हाँ, अगर ये नहीं करना है, 12th के बाद you want to enter into CA. I think UT has a tie with one. They do all that. But मैं ज़्यादा नहीं करूँगा. You meet one XYZ person, you share. Because I know, but I don't want to canvas for them. You know about that. But then if you're going your 11th and 12th, CBSC or ICSE, which might lead to one of the best colleges in Mumbai. Like I have been a part of this. What about this? Then we have this. And the ultimate is, but ये थोड़ा दूर है. But all in Bombay. This both are in Dadar attached. This is in CST. But if you, I can feel, not feel, 12th minimum you should score 98 and above. Agree. 12th में agree. But when you get into these colleges, especially the one that I've been working, as I've been, what come out of it, you will feel what rich community you are getting in. Sorry to say, even Sachin की लड़की थी शायद, मेरे साथ तो नहीं थी, and बहुत सारे actor actors, RBI के governor सब इसी college से पढ़ के बाहर. And forget about the staff and the library, अभी तो बहुत अच्छा है. During our days also we used to get all क्या बोलते हैं, some people like festival तो आप भूल ही जाओ. इनका तो मैंने एक भी festival अटेंड नहीं किया पूरा 5 साल था उनके साथ. एक festival में you will get all your Bollywood stars. They will voluntarily join. Come in. Good morning. तो अभी जो आप स्कूल से कर रहे हैं ना, and you will see that you are out of the world. One, the group, library, facilities will be A class. I have seen my own canteen जहाँ हमको सिर्फ चाय और वही मिलता था, अभी तो बड़ा LED डाला है, Chinese का सारा डिशेस मिलता है. You will get everything. मैं अंदर का तो मेरे स्टूडेंट्स बैठे थे, but I wanted to have some Chinese dishes, but सब बैठे तो फिर मैं नहीं किया. Staff room and you'll have early morning you can charge yourself. But because just to drive away some sleepiness, I am trying to. She's very fresh. ये थोड़ा सा बेचारी नींद से किसी ने बोला.
सर मैं 4 बजे उठी हूँ.
क्यों?
ऐसे.
ठीक. She's worried about economics lectures.
My mom went to Kerala this morning.
Oh.
Yeah, so like.
Trip? Leaving you?
Leaving me. So like, उनकी जगह she was like shouting, Manasvi उठ, like मेरी बहन, she was not waking up, तो उसकी वजह से मैं भी उठ गई.
चलो ठीक है. How about you? Okay, so instead of taking the direct topics, I'm just moving about the 10th and 12th. So feel free, even you get admissions in these colleges, even in 11th and 12th also. अच्छा 11th and 12th में आप घुस गए ना, 110% sure वो आप 98% लाना जरूरी नहीं है, because you are enough student. ये राम नारायण भूरिया रहेगा RRC, ये राम निवास भूरिया रहेगा. That is 11th and 12th. So I remember I scored 98 and above, and then I got the third list admission. And जो उधर का junior college है, they were 60%, 40%. बोले ये क्या? अरे हम तो इधर का college है ना. तो आप अपने parents के साथ discuss कर लो कि आपको commerce में क्या आगे करना है. And once you get into these campus ना, sorry to say, you might be landing up after your degree in one of the best industry of commerce. Like RBI का exams है, bank PO exams है, and अभी भी मुझे याद है मैं किधर भी बोलता हूं मैंने रुलिया से किया ना कुछ अच्छा रुलिया प्लीज से दैट काइंड ऑफ रेस्पेक्ट यू गेट एंड आपको लगता है लेजी है सर कौन जाएगा अदर मैं इधर किधर ले लेता हूं सॉरी टू से ऑल कॉलेजेस इन अभी बट टिल माय नॉलेज ना नॉट वेरी बेस्ट नॉट वेरी बेस्ट यार गुड बट अगर आपको फन एंड फ्रॉलिक एनवायरनमेंट चाहिए तो इधर ही मत जाओ ऐसा है फिर वो मिनी सी शॉट पे इधर एक झुनझुन वाला कुछ तो है वो भी मैंने सुना उतना कुछ खास है ठीक है ऑलवेज गो फॉर सम ब्रांडेड है ना ब्रांड के साथ अगर आपका परसेंटेज भी 80 90 जैसे मुझे मिला ना यू आर ऑन अ हाई I've got my certificates even listed not in European also just because of these college names. They don't see who is the what is there. They just put it online and see. And this college is India का best colleges में number 4 या number 5 में आता है पूरा India. If anybody is Delhiite, want to go to Delhi, you might be. Delhi is rated all over the world as compared to Mumbai University. But we are born and brought up in Mumbai, you know. बट ठीक है अगर आपका कोई रिलेटिव है उधर जाना है दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी डीयू इज वन ऑफ द बेस्ट क्योंकि मुझे उधर टोरंटो में जाके मालूम पड़ा कि हमसे भी ज्यादा दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी वो ठीक है एवरीवन इज नॉट गोइंग टू गो अब्रॉड दिस इज व्हाट ओके सो फॉर पब्लिक डेट व्हाट आर द कांसेप्ट्स वी आर गोइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड सो इंस्टेड ऑफ राइटिंग लेट्स गो थ्रू योर So after this, you are going to directly for your test. That is what time? It's not test. Rushing away. 11:30 का क्या आप बोल रहे
हमारा English lecture.
What time?
11:30.
हाँ तो घर जाके नाश्ता कर क्या सकते हैं?
I will go home. Have you got English extra class now? Yes, okay, sir.
The teacher name is ND, is it? ND. ND. And then what's her name?
English.
Very good.
Extra classes is some
Regular? She comes from Russia.
I don't know, so this is my first extra.
Ooh. So we'll start with the heading from meaning. Okay, meaning of public debt. Second, we'll start with the difference between the first 15 minutes. We will just deal this only, public and private. Just keep writing the headings along with me. So that will set your tone. And classification. And today I will show some videos about these. Right?
Yes.
Sir,
you remember you showed us those military videos during geography class in May.
What was it?
You showed us like वो movie थी ना that soldier it folded that block and then he stood there for many hours. And it was an American movie.
Who? मुझे कुछ याद नहीं है. Soldier. Real time story there.
Yeah, like he was holding that vodka block and then
that's a clipping. Correct. That is based on what that Milka Singh का movie है ना जिसमें वो कौन है वो producer director actor उसने काम किया. That movie you must watch. So I'll be writing more. So only one is expected. That Vashi is girl. Coming? Not coming. ठीक है देखिए. No problem. We have internal. ये भी लिख दो. Then I'll teach. You can see. Internal and external. Protective and unprotective. Oh, my dears, today morning, okay? Especially Manasvi, she has the habit of cracking.
Sir, I'm Sanskriti.
Oh, you are Sanskrit. कैसे हो?
My sister's name is.
मैं ऐसे ही पकड़ लिया आपने बोला. You know, I don't remember any persons. इसका नाम मुझे क्या था?
Jia.
Jia. And other is one Dia.
Diana.
Diana. Seems to be a Christian girl, is it?
No, sir, she's.
Non-Christian, is it?
She's Rajasthan.
So let us understand all this. What is the concept? So this chapter is very short and sweet, but we have done one full paper on this chapter. I think second year make papers are public debt. One full book we have studied. Yeah, how many of you use libraries in your school? Good, good. Cultivate that habit because in colleges and degree colleges,
मैंने तो तेरी बातें करते देखा है
लाइब्रेरी में भी जाके
और सभी बात करते हैं हमें फीस दिया था तुम सब
but at least that is the place where you have to maintain silence.
मैं लाइब्रेरी में थी तब
नहीं ठीक है even entering of library sir because these colleges are
I do even I sir you know I have written one
book oh my love show me then
okay
मेरा बुक तो पुणे वाला पब्लिशर दे रहे हैं
I will publish it after 10 years
it has been shown in London one of the exhibitions through my friend but अभी तक वो आया नहीं वो बोलते सर आपके जैसे 6 बुक फंसा हुआ है पब्लिशर के हाथ में वो पता नहीं कर देगा
so what's the book about
it is about the life of what do you call it Dr. B.R. Ambedkar which is related to economics he is also from London School of Economics तो ज्यादा उनका लाइफ का नहीं है but how is economics under him flourish तो मेरा भी एक सेक्शन है बहुत सारा प्रोफेसर लोग उनका है मेरा भी चलो let us understand this concept so now you look at this topic acha बहुत अलग है you come from here nearby only अच्छा तो hardly 5 minutes not even 5 minutes
And now that I came back school because I was so
good morning how are you how do you know that
late है ये late
चलो one side we have done expenditure or revenue other side we are doing debt what first picture comes to your mind when you use the word public debt it is that which even the central government takes even the RBI even the in international way we had a bank not during just before the second world war as IBRD which after the second world war was further grouped into two one is IMF oh she remembers good and other is no doubt World Bank now guess what is IBRD could have been
International
Bank for Reconstruction and Development.
I thought revenue debt.
That's okay, nice, yes. But then, what are we talking about when I'm using the word debt? Because any government, like the modern government, cannot run 100% on the money what that government stock is. So what does it do? It takes international loans. Is it coming in the form of charity? Is it coming in the form of grants? You know what are grants? जो कुछ फॉरेन गवर्नमेंट देता है ये तो हाँ अभी जैसे पाकिस्तान जैसे कंट्री को ग्रांट बहुत मिलता है बट वो पूरा वो टेररिज्म इधर उधर से यूज करता है बांग्लादेश को भी मिलता है श्रीलंका को तो इंडिया ने खुद दिया when Sri Lanka was into that trouble if you remember but then what are we talking about here we are just talking about the debt which is undertaken by any economy so the first thing we will be dealing is the meaning okay second there are two types of debt what are we going to understand what is the other name of public debt I say it is nothing but taken by the government for whom it is taken for the people is India doing a lot of defense expenditure now if you have seen in fact India for the first time maybe after so many years instead of importing weapons we are selling the weapons maybe ये stage चलता रहा ना the two prime countries which get a lot of money is one is China no doubt and other is America अभी रशिया को तो ये लोग ने sanctions डाल के रखा है but Russia is too but India is going to become a biggest exporter of weapons तो अगर जब वो weapons बनाता है so it needs a lot of money also तो अगर इंडिया में अगर मैं थोड़ा I am very much fascinated with this topic we call it as HAL company is there what about it is in Bangalore Hindustan Aeronautics Limited so सिर्फ एक छोटा मोटा कंपनी था सिर्फ दो टाइप का चॉपर्स बनाता था अभी मिराज भी वही बनाता है और कौन सा अपना इंडिजिनस जेट सुखोई तो रशियन है फिर लोग उसको रीडिजाइन करते हैं नो प्रॉब्लम उसको लोग उसको मॉडलिंग करते हैं So here what I am trying to explain that public expenditure is by the government and it's not only for 100% for the people, for themselves also. Then what is private debt? You can talk about these big companies in India. Which companies? You take any tycoons, whether it is Reliance, you know, whether it is Tata's or whether it is HL or any other. They do a lot of investment and there are so many banks who are lined for them. देखो Vijay Mallya, I don't want to discuss who is he and who is he, whatever it is. There were many banks who were running behind him. Sir, हमारे बैंक से 5,000 ले लो sir, हमारे बैंक से 10,000 ले लो. क्या 10,000 करोड़ ले लो? Because I still remember visiting London for the first time. My best buddy got a ticket from Kingfisher Airlines. That was the time Kingfisher was launched new. मैं हमेशा कहता रहा भारत माता का एयर इंडिया से गया. And Air India अच्छा है. I'm not saying it is not very bad, but the air hostess are generally 30, 35 plus age wise. तो थोड़ा सा वो सर्विस को उनको थोड़ा नहीं पसंद था. But Kingfisher is just 19, 20, 22 years old. And अब लड़कियां तो आप समझ जाओ आगे कैसे. So he paid extra 15,000 just to book a ticket from this airlines. उन्होंने चलना है नहीं तो तेरा. But Kingfisher Airlines at the top it was, both in domestic and both in international. So imagine how much crores of rupees he might have borrowed from the banks. वो borrow कर रहा कि नहीं कर रहा, banks पीछे पीछे भागता है. Because he is a private successful entrepreneur those days. So even they are taking debt. Next I am going to explain classification. देखो नाम से पता चलता है. I will not take you into detail because ये तीनों अपने करना है. And then productive, unproductive, redeemable, irredeemable. क्या मतलब रहेगा? Anytime आप शॉपिंग का कूपन या वाउचर रिडीम किया है, आपका पापा या मम्मी कंपनी से मिलता है, क्या होता है रिडीम? कुछ कूपन मिलता है कंपनी से. आप जैसे फूड बाजार या जहाँ भी जाएगा वो वाउचर एक्सेप्ट होता है. मैं अब्रॉड से जब भी मिलता है मैं इधर आके उसको करता हूँ. $10, $15, $50. बोलते सर ये कहाँ से तो रिडीम करेगा कि and that voucher they will send it to the company and they will if it has cash it up, but it is not money, but it is in the form of some documents, voucher, whatever. So that type of debt is also there. Then what is this funded and unfunded? The majority of the government projects or government schools are funded. What is the word funded? Government directly take over kar leta hai. Anybody have the interest of stock market? You know what is the stock market?
Place where the shares of
हाँ, मैं आपको शायद वेडनेसडे को मेरा लेक्चर है, उस दिन मुझे याद दिलाना. मैं स्टॉक मार्केट का पूरा लेक्चर देता हूँ.
कितने बजे?
इवनिंग को रहेगा, मॉर्निंग में. So we always believe. Yeah, I don't know what. I'll tell you the timing also. So that I will be discussing here. And ये तो मालूम है what is voluntary and compulsory. सर कुछ companies या कुछ type government को voluntary लेना पड़ता है. It cannot say no to it. What is compulsory? जैसे defense has become a compulsory. But do you really feel अगर China और पाकिस्तान हमको इतना टेंशन नहीं देता, was government of India taking such huge expense? नहीं लगता है. India being a peace-loving nation, India being no first attack policy. India में आप history से ले लो, अशोका चंद्रगुप्ता कभी हम लोग ने neighbor country या government को first attack नहीं किया. क्यों नहीं किया? That is our policy. But now these guys are instigating us. But then I will be taking that compulsory. Next I am saying three types है. अभी short term, medium term मैं loans explain करता हूँ. I am taking banks. Similar the loans भी ऐसे ही जाता है. अभी short term we say 1 to 3 years, 3 to 5 years, and this is 5 to 15 and above. Long term में ज़्यादा tension रहता है. For whom the person who is giving the loan. Don't you think the person who is taking the loan is also tense? Yes. उसका rate of interest double. You know, bullet train is going to come to India, yes, and it is going to pass through Ahmedabad, Ganzoli, Kalyan, Fata se ja raha hai. And there's many stops on, and it is going to be one of the revolutions. And my dear Prime Minister or our dear Prime Minister has strike a good consignment with Japan. You know, the loan the Japanese government has given hardly 0.1% interest. How many years? For 99 years. Definitely, Mr. Modi will not be above the surface. Sorry, let him live for long. But look how beautifully he has balanced that loan. अभी I don't know how many have visited this Dubai. अभी पता नहीं है, मैं तो कभी गया नहीं, but people say कि उधर आप घर खरीदो, गाड़ी खरीदो, जो भी है,
For
99 years lease. मतलब आप 99 years के बाद दुबई गवर्नमेंट आपसे छीन लेगा, तो वो बोलते मैं क्यों खरीदूं भाई, गवर्नमेंट छीनेगा तो मुझे क्या है. So 99 years definitely long term से भी आगे पहुंच गया, but long term in economics what we are going to understand is only for 15 years or max to max 20 years. Got it? So let us just read and understand. What is her name? She will be. Come on, Sanskriti. One or two lines I will take up the reading. Meaning.
Public debt refers to the loan raised by government within or outside the
just open bracket from the word. Loans raised by the government within or outside. Underline the word outside. And what you can write there? Let me see how many are not sleeping. उधर ब्रैकेट में डालो IMF और वर्ल्ड बैंक. पब्लिक डालो, है ना, IMF और वर्ल्ड बैंक. Just 1 minute. What I want to show. Keep reading.
So how can we watch the video on YouTube?
ये चलो.
लिंक किस पे होता है? डैशबोर्ड में, वेबसाइट में. हाँ, इम्पोर्टेंट लिंक्स में होगा और फिर उधर जाके इनको कर लेते हैं.
Every government has to borrow.
No, you are not getting the link, my dear. अभी मैं सर को बोलता हूँ, आपके व्हाट्सएप में वो सर को बोलता हूँ कि लिंक, and एक हिट क्या है ना, it can take you to any what do you call it. Keep reading.
Government has to borrow when its expenditure exceeds its revenue.
Underline that word, exceeds its revenue. How would I write it on the board? What is this? Okay, every time when we studied this topic called revenue, है ना, I'll put this. What do you understand?
Revenue and expense.
Is it necessary every government will get like this? In fact, developed countries like US, है ना, उसका पिक्चर ऐसा है. अगर मैं exactly ऐसे ही डालूं, revenue and expenditure, I'll put like this. फिर हम लोग मैथ्स में ऐसे भी करते थे. What is this? और equal to. अभी अमेरिका भी equal to में है, but slowly with Trump's policy, this is getting a trouble for them. है ना? So under this circumstances, what I'm going to go for? I'm going to go for public debt. Go ahead.
The borrowing or taking the loans by the government is called public debt. Finlay Shiras defined public debt as.
ये कौन है? Finlay Shiras is it? Just put his into bracket his name. अगर गलती से किसी ने पूछ लिया. Wait. It is Finlay Shiras defines public debt. National debt is a debt which, underline from here, a state owes its subjects. उधर को subjects के बाजू में citizens. For the nationals of other countries. अभी I borrowed a loan from America. Did I borrow from Donald Trump?
No.
Did I borrow from America?
No.
Did I borrow from the Americans? Yes. And who are Americans? उनका टैक्स मनी से जो फंड उसने कलेक्ट किया है, वही फंड मेरे पास आया है. If Bangladesh is taking a loan from India, what does it mean? My tax money, your tax money, जो गवर्नमेंट के हाथ में था, वो किसको जा रहा है? That is why they have said this. Okay, please put this line in your what do you call it, notebook. It's beautiful lines. देखो, according to उसको as it is copy करो. पाकिस्तान प्राइम मिनिस्टर क्या? Like he has defined public debt. इतना knowledgeful बंदा नहीं है. Copy down is, and I give 2 lines, beautiful lines. इधर कोई यासिर खान है.
So can I put the phone in the charge now?
Please. पूरे फोन के बाद इतना टेंशन में कौन सुबह It's okay. Then you put me to so many arrays. Better you charge it only. Here it is. Let's share the video also. तो जल्दी आ जाओ. I leave it. I will arrange for you. Please. Again, you speak to so many arrays. Huh?
Wow, what a have. Maybe a little much for me though.
Person of interest for you.
Okay, this is probably more like what I can afford. Unless I could borrow the money to get something a little bigger. Perfect. But borrowing means that I could be in debt. And for a lot of people, that can be intimidating. But debt is really just a way of borrowing money with the promise of paying it back with interest. That sounds okay, right? Unless I would take out a big loan that I couldn't pay back. People take out loans all the time to buy houses, cars, to pay for school, all sorts of things. And it's not just people. Companies also borrow, and governments do it too. When a government borrows, it's called public debt or sovereign debt. Governments raise this money by issuing bonds and then selling them to the public with a guarantee that they'll pay them back. Just like people, countries need money to buy or build stuff that their income, mostly tax revenues, won't entirely pay for. Governments should invest their money wisely in things that help their citizens. Think of education or healthcare. Governments can also invest in things that will generate revenue or grow the economy, like infrastructure projects. Governments can also use the money to reduce taxes, or they can give it directly to its citizens who need the support. So, why are economists sometimes concerned by public debt? Well, for all the benefits that these funds can bring, there are also risks. Let's take two countries to demonstrate. Here's country A, and here's country B. Now, let's say both of them have borrowed roughly the same amount of money at roughly the same time. But looking closer, we can see they have very different economies, notably in size, measured by their gross domestic product or GDP. Let's look at their debt levels again, but this time as a percentage of their GDP. And wow, you see the difference? Same debt, but very different outcomes. Countries are able to manage their debt when they borrow a reasonable amount relative to their ability to pay it.
So now look here. Nice, beautifully explaining, very slow. Now tell me, country A has made the best use of the debt. Look, उसका GDP कितना increase हुआ है? 10%. And इसने जो debt लिया है, it is 100% of its GDP. So who will be in a better position to pay back the debt? A or B? A. इसका जो GDP income है, उसने 100% का debt लिया है. मेरा 10 रुपए का income है, मैंने 1000 रुपए debt ले लिया. फिर मैं 10 कमाएगा कब? Save कब करेगा? Return. इसका income ही 10 है. इसका income ही 1000 है. But इसने only 10 रुपए लिया. So that is why it is in a better position to pay back. Whereas this country, it's like Pakistan. एक country से लिया, उसे नहीं हुआ तो दूसरे से लिया. फिर Saudi से लिया, फिर बोला दुबई से लिया, फिर मालूम पड़ा it is in a trap. And anytime these countries can become, taken by even IMF folks, right?
Debt, but very different outcomes. Countries are able to manage their debt when they borrow a reasonable amount relative to their ability to pay it. Country A's economy is big enough to pay the interest on the debt.
Correct.
If country B cannot pay things back, well, it gets harder to convince investors to lend you more money. And that is...
So what is this trust level he is talking about? In the international financial sector. अबे इंडिया को कोई भी कंट्री लोन देने के लिए रेडी है. IMF भी रेडी है, but इंडिया बोलता नहीं, मेरे पास बहुत पैसे नहीं. Why? Because we have built up the trust level. Now look at countries like Afghanistan, countries like Pakistan, or countries like Bangladesh. नहीं देगा, क्योंकि बांग्लादेश में anytime this political coup takes place. You know what is political coup? वो बेगम खालिदा से टोटा के वो मुनीर करके कोई तो बैठा है. मतलब he is not a democratically elected. अभी थोड़े दिन में फिर एक मिलिट्री लीडर बैठेगा, फिर आगे जाके गवर्नमेंट, फिर कौन तो परफेक्टली लोन देगा उसको? हाँ. But then you see Sri Lanka has come out of its financial trouble beautifully, all thanks to India only, because China was trying to interfere into, and there is one big port. वो port में दिखाता हूँ. It's a very beautiful name. So China was trying to take that port. अगर चाइना ने पोर्ट को अपने हाथ में लेता ना, उसका चाइनीज शिप से इंडिया का सर्वेलेंस बहुत इजी हो जाता. अभी जैसे we are undertaking a big military exercise. Have you seen it in the TV? तो चाइना का एक शिप ऑलमोस्ट एक राउंड मार के निकल गया, but India was very careful. And they want to know what India is doing. इस लेवल का मिलिट्री एक्सरसाइज इंडिया ने 1970 से लेकर आज तक कभी नहीं किया. एयरफोर्स, नेवी, आर्मी ऑल टुगेदर डूइंग. तो पाकिस्तान इज ट्रेम्बलिंग ये 11 आई थिंक नवंबर 11 तक हमारा एक्सरसाइज खत्म होगा. उसके बाद इंडिया अटैक करेगा नहीं करेगा, nobody knows. So इंडिया का जो ट्रस्ट लेवल है फॉर गेटिंग द पब्लिक डेब्ट इज वेरी हाई because it has proven it. One leader, है ना, one government and one party is ruling at least for 15 years. But there was a party, I don't want to get into politics, which was ruling for 60 years and above. What it has done? We never know, but it has done reasonable. What was the country's position when Mumbai attack has taken place? Army, Navy and Air Force all were ready to attack Pakistan. But हमारा जो सरदार थे उस टाइम का प्राइम मिनिस्टर, I hope you know, and Madam Sonia, she said no, चुपचाप बैठो, हम बात करेंगे पाकिस्तान से. क्या बात करेगा, ओपन मारो. अमेरिका was supporting, Israel was supporting, every foreign country wants India to attack, but Sonia का तो और ही कुछ प्लान था. And I will show the video of our own prime minister when he was the chief minister of Gujarat. And जब ये मुंबई अटैक हुआ ना, he is in that रजत कपूर show, आज की अदालत या आपकी अदालत. Attendance के तरह. So in that show he has been cross questioned by Rajat Sharma. सर आप बहुत चीफ मिनिस्टर ऑफ गुजरात हो गए, इंडिया के ऊपर बहुत बड़ा स्टेटमेंट दे रहे हैं, आप सुनो, बिकॉज़ मोदी जी का डायलॉग मुझे याद नहीं है, बट ही सेज हमको मारा नेबर ने, पाकिस्तान नहीं मारा ना, हम जाके रोते हैं अमेरिका के पास. तो बोले तो फिर क्या करने का, नेबर ने मारा तो घुसो मारो उसको. अगर आपका कोई नेबर ने आपको अटैक कर दिया, आप 4 बिल्डिंग छोड़ के किसी को बुलाने जाएगा, आ जाओ ये मुझे मार रहा है, तो फिर वो ही इज वेरी स्मार्ट दैट रेस्टल. तो आप क्या करते हैं एज अ प्राइम मिनिस्टर? मैं घुसता और मैं मारता. दैट इज व्हाट ही हैज डन, है ना. पाकिस्तान हैज बीन टॉट अ टफ लेसन. ऑल द 10-15 डेज तक चुपचाप थे. एवरीवन वाज शाउटिंग क्या प्राइम मिनिस्टर कुछ नहीं कर रहा. उरी अटैक, इफ यू रिमेंबर, दैट वाज द पाकिस्तान तो सपने में भी नहीं सोचा रहेगा इंडिया ने इतना बड़ा अटैक किया. नाउ पाकिस्तान नोज इट दैट अ स्मॉल अटैक कैन लीड टू. To declare a war for a country like India is not very easy because we will get into depth like this. Why that particular Sindoor was not continued for 2.5 days? Because the government knows 10-15 दिन खींचेगा ना पाकिस्तान तो हम खत्म करेगा, बट हमारा इकोनॉमी में भी डिफिकल्टी आ सकता है. Very smartly he snapped the operation. So that is what we are. अभी जब when India reaches to the level of America and Russia ना, तो हम इंडिया में बोलेगा 3 साल चलेगा हमारा. देखो रशिया कर ही रहा है. Russia is facing financial trouble, no doubt, but it is not going to affect its attack on Ukraine. Openly मारो उसको. Sorry, I am going a little bit off track, but all in all, we have to understand ये जो है ना, not very country has it. अभी एशिया में चाइना के पास भी इतना सरप्लस कैपिटल. Yesterday I saw the video. अगर मेरे पास वो ट्रैक लिस्ट में दिखा था, they have made a building which is not a building, a country of its own. उसमें स्विमिंग पूल से लेके शॉपिंग मॉल से लेके सब कुछ है. अगर आप वो बिल्डिंग में अंदर घुस गए तो बिल्डिंग से बाहर भी नहीं आए. वो बिल्डिंग नहीं है एक्चुअली, वो बहुत बड़ा ऐसा कंट्री है. तो शॉक हो गया. आई एम अ बिग फैन ऑफ बीजिंग, टू विजिट एटलीस्ट एक बार तो लाइफ में जाकर आने का, बिकॉज़ द टेक्नोलॉजी विल नॉट गेट इट इन अमेरिका, नॉट गेट इट इन एनी पार्ट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. बट लुक एट चाइना, हाउ पावरफुल इट इज. बट सिंस इट इज अ कम्युनिस्ट गवर्नमेंट, वेरी फ्यू पीपल लाइक इट. बट अपना कंट्री और अपना सिटीजन एंड अपना पीपल के लिए चाइना जैसा गवर्नमेंट कुछ नहीं. You guess China के ऊपर एक उंगली उठा के देखो किसी को, because that much of power China has done, and all thanks to America only. America has only allowed China to become a superpower. हिंदी में बोलता हूँ, बुरा मत बोलना. जादू का जो तीली है ना, वो से लेके आईफोन तक अमेरिका ने बोला तू ही बन, वो बना लिया. पूरा मार्केट उसका कब्जा में है. अभी हम लोग भी बोलते हैं कि चाइनीज नो चाइनीज, इतना आसान नहीं है. चाइना का हर एक स्पेयर पार्ट्स है ना, मोबाइल से लेके वॉच से लेके एक छोटा स्पेयर पार्ट तो चाइना का है ही. तो इंडिया को भी और 15 या 20 साल लगेगा, तब जाके, हाँ शी इज करेक्ट, तब जाके हम बोल सकते हैं चाइनीज फ्री मार्केट है. कुछ नहीं, चाइना का है. इवन द दीपावली क्रैकर्स, यू नो दैट.
मैं गई थी लाइक our business is in China.
Right. Oh, good. Acha,
I visited the market.
Where in Beijing?
Yeah, no, it's in.
Acha, जो भी है. Sorry.
I was thinking अजीब
I
नाम
know
होते
that.
हैं.
I know
So
that.
like it's a big market and it's like A, B, C, D and it's spread across a lot or like a big area. And imagine मतलब मैंने क्या देखा? मैंने Indian jewelries वहाँ पे बनती
But
हैं.
सब कुछ
And I was like कि ये यहाँ पे मिलता है.
Because cost of labor is very cheap. अरे इंडिया का कार्स वहाँ बन के फिर इधर आता है. सुजुकी भी बनता था. फिर अभी गवर्नमेंट ने बोला नहीं बनाएंगे इधर बनाओ. Because China will kill you like anything. वो जैसा बोल रही है इवन अपना जो चप्पल जूते का सोल भी उधर ही बनता है. What is this? We have the great resistance stopped even the Deepavali lights, Deepavali crackers. मेरे खुद के कजिन थे जो चाइना में जाके पटाखा लेकर रखे बेचने गए तमिलनाडु में. अभी लोग को बंद कर दिया. Because we are enjoying Deepavali and who is getting that money for that? China. अभी हमारा इंडियन कंपनीज बनाता है लाइट्स छोटे छोटे जो आप डेकोरेशन लाइट्स बनाते हैं. So this is what we are talking. Shall we get into? इसको बंद करो. Because if not मेरा explanation चलते जाएगा. Stop share. चलो. Let me only read. पानी का बोतल से.
सर मैंने किया मेरे को बॉटल मिली.
She was waiting for us answer the job. And वो शरद को पूछो मेरा एक बॉटल है वो मेरा हेलमेट के अंदर ही है. नहीं भी है ना? हेलमेट के अंदर एक what is your name? हेलमेट के अंदर एक मेरा क्लास का बॉटल है वो लेकर. Now let us read. You take over the reading. The friend is left.
Start from where?
Where she is left.
So second point.
The public debt helps a government run, build, and develop a country. For example, government take loans to cover budget deficits. I bracket open for. To cover budget deficits, government take loans to infrastructure projects, wars, nuclear programs, public welfare. Close the bracket. Public debt as a source of government revenue. Underline that word. Now, how debt will become a source of government revenue? जब तक गवर्नमेंट पैसा उधार पे नहीं लेगा अपना प्रोजेक्ट स्टार्ट नहीं करेगा. अगर प्रोजेक्ट स्टार्ट नहीं करेगा तो उसको रेवेन्यू कहां से मिलेगा? राइट. In case of public, government has to pay interest and underline repay the principal amount to the public. Public मतलब उधर लिखो government. Whereas other types of income, sources of revenue are not paid back. अभी एक काम करो, by the time she comes, write the first line in your notebook. Meaning करके डालो. Public debt refers to the loans raised by the government within or outside the country. बोलो.
Sir, you told to write.
उसका भी explanation दे दूं. दे दूं. वो जो बंदा का.
वो उसका भी लिखने बोला.
वो अभी मैं पहले वो लिखो फिर उसके नीचे ये लिखेंगे. Simple. Here Finlay wants to. Here Finlay wants to emphasize the nature of public debt which is borrowed by the governments but thank you.
Sir, there's a reason.
अच्छा वो लाया होगा.
It was not in your Netflix. He told me to do.
अच्छा ठीक है फिर मैं उसको गाड़ी में छोड़ देता हूँ. हाँ गाड़ी में छोड़ देता हूँ. But in reality it is the tax money of the citizens bracket में डालो developed
Tax money.
of its citizens inside the bracket you write develop which is lended
The citizen.
which is lended to the other bottom line. I want to tell you lended to the citizens of other developing countries. बस थोड़ा बड़ा है बट एक बार रीड करके देखो and then you feel it. check this. What's her name? Give a book to her. It's थोड़ा detail में जा रहा हूँ, but very quickly I push up the chapters. And Wednesday है ना? Yes. So anybody who's sitting here is the topper in their school in one subject, in any of the exams.
Nothing much learned.
कितना है?
I got how much?
80 marks का पता है?
80 marks. I like this time I got a bit less. I got 68.
ठीक है.
It's not less.
ओए,
मतलब
उसके लेवल से वो लेस है.
हाँ
तुम कॉपी करो.
मतलब राघव को कितने आए?
ये बच्चा का नंबर है.
हाँ
हम
he got
70 plus.
हाँ 70 plus something.
वो आता क्यों ना रे? But boy, because
He went to Mathura.
और उधर ही किसी के पीछे निकल के रिटर्न आ रहा है.
He is coming to today night.
Wednesday, 10th ICSE economics as per my timetable, you can make a note. 5:25 to 6:25 is our first lecture. एक ही lecture
MBBS नहीं है क्या उसमें?
ऐसा अभी रिफ्लेक्ट कर रहा है, but be very sure कि आपको by the time है ना समान पानी भी. Did you copy down? I'm waiting for you. Again
Definition
start.
तो
उसका नीचे का एक्सप्लेनेशन दिया मैंने. हमारा बड़ा सा ब्रेन में छोटी सी.
कर लिया उसने लिख लिया वही दिया सर.
हाँ 725 will be 525 to 6.
बस एक लिख सकते.
उसके बाद दो मैथ्स में इनको मतलब मेरी जान ही नहीं है तो
Now write the next line from your textbook, everyone. Public debt in simple lines, it refers to.
ब्रेक है.
ब्रेक कुछ नहीं.
क्या है ना?
डायरेक्ट 2 घंटे का लेक्चर.
अरे
नहीं सर ऐसा मत कर.
नहीं आई विल लीव.
हाँ
टाइम देखा है.
कुछ नहीं. 7:30 to
सर इतना
9:30.
सुबह की रखी आज का.
वो टाइमिंग मैंने बोला था मेरे बच्चे को संडे नहीं आना, बट उन्होंने क्या बोला सर आउट कुछ टाइम फिट नहीं. और
सर
फिर
थोड़ा लेट हो जाता है.
ठीक.
दोपहर को सर.
खाना बनाते हैं.
ओए लिखो in simple lines public debt refers to it is there in the textbook first page first line. The loans raised by वो बहुत जरूरी है. Simple line public debt refers to.
गवर्नमेंट विदिन और एक्सक्यूटिव.
And Friday we are getting regular class 6:30 to 7:30. Sure. Now we are going to get into a topic called difference between public and private. Now I'll divide the team into two. One person will read public, other person will read private. So I and what is her name will become one team. You two are one team. चलो जल्दी बोलो कौन सा public चाहिए कि private चाहिए आपका team को. We are okay with any.
प्राइवेट.
पक्का? चलो let's ask that up. So जो भी public करेगा मैं और वो read करेगा. आप उसका private करेंगे. ठीक है? So it is difference between public and private. The following are the main dissimilarities between public and.
वन स्विच ऑफ.
अभी कुछ नहीं अभी बैठे हो जाए.
सर सी लेवल और
एक 10 मिनट रुको ना फिर लेके आ जाएंगे.
तो अभी गया तो क्यों नहीं लेकर आया?
तो भूल गई. जब ऐसे डायरेक्ट बंद कर देना ना इसी बार.
बस खराब होता है. ये
रहने देना है.
खेल मत
रहने
करो.
देना my dear student. Let it be. You make so much things fishy.
मैंने वही किया बंद.
चलो compulsion.
खराब.
हाँ. You read the first two lines.
Yeah.
Then the next two lines.
The government may force the people or institution in the country to lend funds to it.
हाँ. You private.
Private individual can force or compel another private individual to lend.
It's very simple to tell you. अभी public रहेगा, it is a forcible type of a debt. अभी गवर्नमेंट बोलते हैं पार्क बनाना है उसके लिए मुझे कर्जा उठाना पड़ेगा. तो गवर्नमेंट बोलते नहीं मैं क्यों उठाऊं? वो गवर्नमेंट का ड्यूटी है चलो बनाओ. Because the boards for this international airport I have seen long back in Copernicus, long back in sector 19, हर जगह बोर्ड लगा दिए और नीचे लिखा भी है 10 किलोमीटर 20 किलोमीटर. अब ये बोर्ड लगाने का जरूरत नहीं है. At least every people know, but it is a government duty to put all this.
What a foreign person can read the law.
In person बाद में आएगा ना आपने तो व्यवस्थित की है. But even the local people हमारे यहाँ पे जरा अतरंगी लोग. एयरपोर्ट मालूम है कैसे जाना. हाँ तो फिर फॉलो है ना. लेकिन पामिच में भी इधर ही तेरे तो मैंने देखा है.
सामने ही होगा.
हाँ इधर हाँ वे टू इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट लगा है. अब यहाँ से तो 90% पब्लिक को मालूम है. But then also this government duty to keep it. You go to a hill station, the marking has to be very clear cut. फिर भी हमारा कार लगे इधर एक क्लिफ में जाके हैंग होता रहता है ना. इधर एक रेस्ट्रिक्शन डाला रहता है, इधर ऐसा टर्न मारो, वो टर्न करो, लेफ्ट में जाओ, क्लिफ है, ये है, वो है. गवर्नमेंट को ये सब करना पड़ता है. Can we force a private person to do all this expense? हैं मुझे उसमें से कोई पैसा नहीं मिलता. मैं नहीं. Okay, second point I will read and she will read.
So doubt है.
हाँ.
If in exam ma'am asks me that think of
So if you want, अभी मैं काम करूँगा, इसको मैं tabular format दे दूँगा, अभी दे दूँगा. Just we are understanding. Repudiation. Under abnormal circumstances, the government can repudiate or refuse the payment of loans taken by the public. अभी जैसे IMF से हम लोग ने $4 बिलियन का लोन लिया, एंड इंडिया में 2 महीने से फ्लड्स चल रहे, और IMF बोलता है लो मिस्टर इंडिया इधर है लोन. सॉरी सर अभी मैं लोन नहीं दे सकता. क्यों? इधर फ्लड्स चल रहा है, आपने न्यूज़ चैनल देखा नहीं क्या? अच्छा कभी देगा 6 महीने के बाद. And IMF has to say yes to. Can I say to a private bank? मेरा घर में ना प्रॉब्लम चल रहा है, मैं 3 महीने के बाद लोन दूँ, देने का तो दे और मेरा घर और गाड़ी लेके चले जाएगा. Because private does not give that opportunity. You are next to it.
but the private or individual cannot under any circumstances.
Now you do one thing. Now fold the page into two, whichever page you are writing, and एक side में लिखो public and दूसरे side में लिखो private. And heading कैसा बनाना है? First heading is compulsion. You can also write this. Red deck. This is public debt. Scale terms and directly based on full. Right. Okay. Now in between the two columns, make one. Is there point number 1? Here will be point number 1. What is that first heading they are explaining? It is compulsion. So capital में लिखना है. It is compulsion. Okay. Then second, it is repudiation. Repudiation मतलब refuse. Public debt refuse कर सकता है but not private. तो ऐसा points बनाना. And don't go beyond 2. First we will write because I don't know your handwriting size. Let us write the first one. ऐसा करते करते हम लोग सारा steps लेके जाएंगे. Learn भी हो जाएगा और notes भी बन जाएगा. Shall I say for compulsion? Yeah, take a. Taking like something. Garam pani. What's your business by the way?
We do spectacles, awards, import.
I understood. But what do you bring in? Everything?
Yeah, well, जैसे वो बोलेंगे तो my father will.
Where is your outlet? Online or outlet?
No, it's not online. We are trying to pursue online now, but it was first SND.
ये डियाना मुझे उसको कुछ बताया.
हाँ, उसको डियाना का है.
हाँ.
उसका पेरेंट्स है.
मतलब वही.
चली. दो पैर उठा के ऊपर डालो. अच्छा तो मैं वो देता हूँ वो क्या है ना. You are in a cozy environment. Right for compulsion. Here government can force बहुत short है. Institution in the country to lend funds. Lend नहीं लिखना, you write to give. Okay. Other side. No private individual can force the institution to lend him money. Institution to lend him. ये रीड करके देखो, समझ में आ रहा है क्या अच्छे से? And अभी लर्न कर लो. Take a pencil, underline the keywords. This is how you make your economics very simple and interesting. Okay, now second heading write down repudiation. Right?
What is that?
Refusal. As you refuse, क्या सर 7:30 करके लोगे रखते थे. जब कभी 8:30 की हो रहा है, मैं एग्जैक्ट अभी 5 मिनट का ब्रेक है ना. तो जाओ पहले भाग के ये लोग. ये वैसे उतना ठंडा नहीं हो रहा है. Because you have started feeling against. To go with it, First day of winter, I remember -7. I literally felt I'll run back to India. For 2 दिन के बाद I felt very good because that day it was -9. तो बोला minus है.
So it's still raining.
अभी नहीं तो नहीं यार, नेचर है उसके खिलाफ तो नहीं जा सकते. Second point.
और पटाखे जलाओ.
Repudiation.
मतलब बता रही हूँ.
देखा ना जो सुतली बॉम्ब.
इसी ने हाथ में पकड़ लिया है ना. Right under repudiation. We'll finish this and I'll leave the break. है ना, repudiation. Government can refuse the payment of loans. Government can refuse the payment of loans under special circumstances. तो समझ जाओ, फ्लड्स हो या वॉर हो या एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा. अदर साइड private firms or individuals cannot refuse the repayment if did so, semicolon डाल दो if के पहले, if did so, legal actions are on the cards. ये थोड़ा मैं अच्छा इंग्लिश यूज कर रहा हूँ. कार्ड्स मतलब बैंक आके लीगल एक्शन लेगा किसके ऊपर? वो फर्म के, क्योंकि तुमने लोन लिया और रीपे क्यों नहीं करा, है ना. चलो, I'll out for 5 minutes. You relax. हाँ, I'll come back. Just because you are special, but I don't think so there is any illegal break. Take it.